you'll find on most of my videos, I'm always trying to be conscious of what I do and how I do it, and try to explain the best I can to show you, you know, how to do stuff. And that's just kind of what you get when you watch my videos. Newsflash. I just try to do the best I can, and then I can live with it. Or do the best you can, and then when you get done with something, look back, and then if you think you need to fix anything, you can. Go ahead and fix it. You know? Learn from those mistakes. These are old coaxial cables. They didn't even work, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna end up putting blank plate over this hole. I'll just leave those in there. I'll talk about that another time. Yeah, I'm working myself right up into this corner, and I'm gonna keep going this way as best I can, sneaking myself right up in this corner as far as I can before I go from right to left. And you know what? I might not even end up having to go from right to left. We'll see. We'll see. Okay? Because this is a 45 degree. They got a little bump out here. I'm not sure what that's all about. But I'm thinking I might be able to go right around this corner. We'll see. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Almost. Now, I think I can do it. We're just gonna, oh, see right there, I can go up like that. I should have put some caulking in there. I caulked all the way around this thing, except right down there at the bottom. Get some of that off. Get that. Wipe some off. See, I'm just using that tip. Smaller, 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 smaller. Oh! Got it. See? Get that all blended in. And see, I can even run that paintbrush down that way and turn it sideways even. I mean, it's pretty amazing what you can do with one of these. Now I'm out of that corner. Just pushing that down there, and away I go. So I did that, I blended that in first, when most of the paint was off. Now I come down here and cut in. Get some more paint. I'm just doing this top. I'm not getting down to the base just yet. Okay, I still got a little bit of paint left. Now I'm going to use that to cut in. I'm trying to go right down to the corner. Ooh! If you have enough paint on your tip, you can do that. You just don't want to get too much. Got it right there. Back. Boom! Kaboom! Look at that, right around. zippity doo-dah day. Get you over here and you're just gonna be a painting maestro after this. Some people say, hey, you remind me of Bob Ross. Remember the guy who does the painting portraits on TV, on Channel 6, on the PBS station? Cracks me up. I saw him on a commercial the other day. Yes, last night as a matter of fact. There's some holes right there. See, I gotta go that way. I got most of them. There's a pinhole. I'm gonna hold that up there, wiggle it, and it's gone. There's some more white right there. Wiggle it, gone. Another pinhole, straight up, wiggle, gone. Just a hair on the base, hardly any. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave that. That's borderline. I could have wiped it off with the sponge, but I think I'm gonna leave that. I mean, we don't live in a perfect world, do we? Nothing is perfect. Nothing, these corners aren't perfectly true. And the spray texture is not perfect. And it looks like they've messed around with this baseboard before. I got too much on there. I'm gonna take my sponge on that one. It's in the corner. Nobody's probably ever gonna see it or know that it's there except me. That's because this right in here, these inside corners are pretty messed up in reality. I remember I had to caulk them, and nothing is perfect along this wall. Okay. But I got just off the top of the base. That's it. Now I gotta rinse out my sponge because I don't want that paint to dry on those edges of the sponge, right? Or else I won't be able to use that sponge again. It's not often. It's not often that I have to use a sponge, but I have it, I'm going to use it, right? And I just used the sponge on the top of the base. I didn't have to get it up on the wall, you know? That's because it's all indented here. It's kind of hard to see. Look at that. It's kind of hard to see where the top of the baseboard starts and where the indentation of the crappy sheetrock ends. It's just not too great on this particular wall. So sometimes you kind of have to look at that and decide, okay, where's my line going to stop? And create your own line. Because your baseboard top edge is really funky. You're creating your own line. That's why I like to paint the baseboard first, by the way. Especially to get it all nice looking. And so when I cut in my line and make myself a line, it might not be exactly perfect from where the top edge of the baseboard is, depending if the baseboard's been caulked and all that. You know, you're deceiving, you're tricking the eye in some instances on, okay, what do I do here? How do I make it look right? Okay, I'm liking that. So I blend that in where the paint roller stopped and started. Get yourself enough on there. I try to keep my paint. See, there's sun here. I try to keep my paint in the shade. I don't want to get it on the sun. I've got a few more walls to do. And if I get this paint in the sun, and if I work with the paint too long, it's gonna start skinning up, even in the paint tray. Okay, because this is eggshell paint, it's not flat, it's got a sheen to it. Now, I've got another round corner here. I've got to be careful, and as I go, I don't want to hit the window frame, but the window frame, hey, I can wipe it off if I have to, right? If I have to. Just trying to not get too much paint on here. I'm just kind of using the tip, little. Not going to try to go too far around the curve, just a hair. Okay. Now I have to turn around. I've got to turn around and work this way. And usually I'll put the paint in a different location, but I'm gonna try to keep it right there because, like I said, I don't want it in the sun. Okay? I'm gonna leave it right over here like that. I'm gonna resituate because see, I've got this inside corner. I've got to come out like that. I've got to go up this edge a little bit, and then I have to come across. There's no way I can do it with the tip like that without getting paint everywhere, right? Okay. So, I've got to set it here. Look over my head there. There, got that. And now I'm coming across. Right there. Wiggle, because there's a little hole there. Now I'm out. I'm out of the corner. So now I want to reposition my paintbrush. Look and see where my line is. This one's been caulked, so I'm kind of having to be careful where the line is and where it's not. Wipe that off a little. Boom. Just contouring around that corner, just like that. Boom. Kaboom. And I'm done. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And look at that. That took a little bit of time. Look on the time frame of this. And you know, I made another video of this little wall section here. I started from left to right. So here's one little project you can say. From there to there. There's one project. Here's another mini project, M-I-N-I. From here to there. Now I'm going to work on another project, and I've got to do this section over here. This whole little thing all the way over to here. So where do you suppose I'm going to start? That's right, to the far left. And I'm going to go from left, way over there, to right, and go all the way through here, and stop over here. I've also got to remember to paint around this, okay? Get that, and I'll be able to do that using the same paintbrush, using the same technique, up in that inside corner, right there, down along there, using the same technique down there, coming up, boom, like that, up at a 45, going around that, cleaning that up really nice. Okay, if I happen to get any paint on that side of that, if I just get barely any, I'm not even going to worry about it. Once it dries, then I can take a sharp putty knife and just scrape it off. Okay, a nice sharp one. Okay, and scrape it off. I did really good along the top edge of all of that scribe molding along there, but I got the paint on this a little bit in a couple different areas. I just used my flat chisel or my putty knife and lightly scraped it off. Looks pretty good. I think I did a wonderful job with that. And I just use this right here, okay? And you too can do it. Save your money. Start learning how to paint on your own. Good luck. Now it's time for me to keep painting that base. Well, if you've been with me, I've already done a couple videos of showing you how to paint from the bottom of the wall down to the top of the baseboard. I'm going to make one more video. If you didn't watch the other ones, or even if you did and you thought I got lucky, I'm going to do this wall over here, and of course I'm going to start from left to right, and I'm going to work on this whole thing. I'm only going to make a quick video, probably from there over to in here somewhere, and I've got to get, see there, I've got to get that inside corner up against that window frame. I've got to go around that little thing, the inside corner there. How on earth am I going to get all that without getting on top of the base? Well, stick around and I'll show you.